October 27th, 1982, interview with Nettie Elizabeth Simpson. Mrs. Simpson, when were you born?
1899, the 5th of February.
Where were you born?
In Arkansas.
What town?
Yellville.
Yaleville?
Yellville.
Okay. And when did you come to Oklahoma?
I don't know. I was 35 at least when I come.
Okay. You say you were a nurse?
Yes, sir.
Where'd you go to nurses training?
At Jonesboro, Arkansas.
Okay. How long was your training?
2 years.
2 years. Just briefly describe what training was like back then.
Well, it was just like nursing. That's what I done.
Mm-hmm. How would it compare to nursing today?
Oh, I wouldn't compare it with nursing today. They was different then.
What's different about it?
Well, they had so many. Now, I had 4 patients that I took care of. And they didn't want for nothing. Well, now they're short-handed. And these down here in bed have to holler for help because they're so short-handed.
Were you a nurse in a city hospital, a private hospital, or?
Yeah, in Memphis, Tennessee.
Memphis, Tennessee. When was this?
Well, it's after I took 2 years at Jonesboro, Arkansas as training. And then I went there, and I don't know, I can't tell you.
What hospital did you work in Memphis?
Oh, it was a big one.
What was the name of it?
St. Clair, I think.
St. Clair?
I think that was the name of it.
Mm-hmm.
It was a big hospital.
What was your major duties at the hospital?
I'm taking care of patients.
And did you work on one floor? Or how many patients did you have to care for at the hospital?
4.
4.
They don't do that now. They have more than that, you know. They don't have as many nurses at that big hospital.
Were your patients mainly injuries, or were they disease patients, or what?
They was just old and broke down.
Okay.
Just patients.
So it was, the hospital was for, what, the senior citizens?
Mm-hmm. Anybody is sick needed the hospital.
During World War I, were you a nurse? In Memphis?
No. Come in.
Were you a nurse in Memphis during the war?
No.
No. Where were you a nurse during World War I?
All different places. Private nursing and nursing at hospitals and rest homes and things around here.
Oh, in Guthrie?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you have many soldiers that were patients in your hospitals?
Not here, but At Memphis it was, but I didn't take care of the men. They had men patients done that.
Men nurses?
Mm-hmm.
So the male nurses took care of the men and female nurses took care of the women.
Right. I think that's the way it should be. But they just got such few nurses around here.
Do you remember the name of the doctors who you worked for in Memphis?
Well, my doctor's name was Kennedy.
What was his first name?
Kenneth.
Kenneth Kennedy?
Mm-hmm.
And he was the doctor in Memphis.
Yeah, he was old and gray-headed. He was a wonderful doctor, wonderful man. Was good to his girls.
What was your first impression of Guthrie when you came here?
Well, it was a change, and they didn't nurse like I'd been nursing. I mean, they didn't go through the routines that I had been going through, and almost had to learn over again.
What routines did you have to learn in Guthrie?
Well, I had the whole floor to look at.
How many patients?
Oh, sometimes 75 or 80.
How many nurses?
There was only 2 of us girls that took care of them.
Mm-hmm. And what was the name of the hospital in Guthrie?
Well, it was, now what is it? I just called it the Guthrie Hospital.
How big was Memphis when you were nursing there? How large was the city?
Ooh, it was large. I couldn't tell you how large. It was large. It was a big city, and it was a huge hospital.
So it would almost be culture shock moving from Memphis to Guthrie, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What were some of the most memorable things that happened while you were a nurse?
Oh, I don't know. There was so many things happened. Some of them would fall and break a leg. Some of them would drop dead. And so many different things happened.
What did you do for recreation in Guthrie?
Oh, just go to ball games or something.
What, baseball, football?
Football and baseball. I was usually too tired to go to any of them till I quit nursing. And then I had to I private nurse some. Took care of my neighbor man, and he lived. My husband got me to quit nursing because I had to work on Saturday and Sunday, and that was his days off. But I did have a few patients after that, private.
When did you quit nursing?
Oh, it's been 10 or 15 years ago. I made gardens and worked in the yard in the home.
So you've always lived in Guthrie. After you came to Oklahoma, you've always lived in Guthrie?
Mm-hmm.
What was the Dust Bowl like in Guthrie?
Oh, it was terrible.
What was the dust storms like?
It was bad. What I mean, you couldn't get out in them, they'd stop you. Dust.
How would you try to keep the dust out of the homes?
Well, you had your windows all sealed in good.
How would you seal them?
Oh, with plastic. Put them in there, seal them down tight.
Would that keep most of the dust out?
Mm-hmm. They'd keep it out. You didn't raise them. When there wasn't any hard wind and dust, I raised my windows and let the air in the summertime.
During World War II, were you still a nurse in Guthrie?
Mm-hmm. Private nursing.
A private nurse? Okay. You didn't go back into public nursing during the war?
No.
Okay.
That's my husband, the picture. That was took the day he's 75, and he was 86 when he passed.
And you were 83.
50 last February.
When did you graduate from nursing school?
Oh, Lord, it's been years. I think I was 17 when I went in there, and I nursed there 2 years, worked 2 years for my nurse's training.
That's in Jonesboro?
Mm-hmm. Jonesboro, Arkansas.
And then you went to Memphis, Tennessee.
For 5 years.
Then you came to Guthrie.
Yeah, then after that I came to Guthrie.
Mm-hmm.
I come back to Arkansas. My mother was seriously ill.
Who were your parents? What were their names?
Harris. Jim and Alice Harris.
Where were they born?
Well, my father was born in Arkansas and my mother was born in Jacksonville, down in the bottoms.
In Arkansas?
No. She come to Arkansas when she's 9 years old, down
Florida?
in the bottoms.
Is that Jacksonville, Florida?
No.
No. Okay. Were the streets paved in Guthrie when you came here?
No.
When did they pave the streets?
I don't remember.
But they had the interurban running, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Where did that run to? The interurban.
Oh, I don't know. I never paid no attention to it.
When was your first time to go to Oklahoma City?
Oh, I don't know. I've been to Guthrie quite a little while before I went to Oklahoma City. Went down there shopping.
What'd you buy?
Hmm?
What'd you buy?
Clothes.
Where'd you go shopping?
Oh, some of them big stores down there. I can't tell you the name of them. I haven't been much of a hand to go. I've been a homebody.
How many hospitals were in Guthrie?
Let's see, just one.
Just one.
There's one now, but the old hospital is still there. But I think the doctors live there or something.
Where was the hospital located?
Up on the hill from Logan.
Up on the hill. Is that
Our home was 2006 West Logan. And we lived north from the back of the, one block from the back of the hospital.
so? It was up on North Logan.
Mm-hmm.
Ever go to Mulhall?
Yeah, I've been in Mulhall. We had friends. We went up there to visit.
Was the Mulhall Ranch still going at that time?
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever go to the Mulhall Wild West show? That they
Yeah.
had? What was that like?
Oh, it was entertaining.
You ever see Lucille Mulhall do her?
Yeah,
She was a bulldogger, wasn't she?
yeah.
Did you know her?
Not personally, no. I didn't go much. Didn't get acquainted with too many. I've always been a stay-at-home.
What was the most exciting period in your life?
When I got married,
When was that?
I don't know how. We was married 42 years when my husband passed away, and he's been gone 2 years last July.
So he passed away in 1980. So you were married about 1938.
I guess. I don't remember. See, things like that I don't think about. It's done past. That's the way I leave it.
Mm-hmm. Did you enjoy nurses training at Jonesboro?
Mm-hmm.
Was it difficult?
Well, it was hard. Come in.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. You say it was difficult?
Mm-hmm.
What do you remember about what impressed you most about nurses training?
Well, it's just a day's work. I'd get up and go to work. I never thought no more about it.
How long were the days? How long did you work?
8 hours.
How many instructors did you have?
One.
What was his name?
Ernie
Ernie
Horner.
Horner. He was a doctor, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
How many students were at the school?
Oh, there's quite a few. I wouldn't know just how many. There's 4 work with me and 3 more, made 4 work together. That's about all I know.
Okay. I think that'll do it. Thank you.
You're welcome.